more in 2022. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids, and underworld cartel leading slugs. In today's video, we have a few big things: mod management, relic quality of life, the Black Krrsantan, hold on, and Galactic Legend Jabba the Hutt. I haven't been this excited for Galaxy Heroes this year for quite a long time, and on top of that, we got the Profundity, which we saw a mile away. But boy, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so sit back, relax, get a cup of Jabba juice. Woo! Because let me tell you, Papa Arnold's feeling really dang good right now. All right, we got a lot to break down here. I want to start off with the big thing, Galactic Legends, Jabba the Hutt. We were speculating about this for a long time. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if there was Jabba the Hutt? We saw artwork way back when from Galaxy Heroes hidden in the archives. And it's finally here. I will say this. I don't think anyone predicted Jabba the Hutt to be the next Galactic Legend. We were thinking something Rebels, Old Republic. This is out of the blue. But I'm happy to see it. And I'm already ahead of the ball game with Gamorrean Guard. You always know there's going to be some absurd requirements. I'm really excited to see this. I am beyond thrilled. Jabba the Hutt, our first non-Force user Galactic Legend. The notorious gangster Jabba the Hutt will be joining the Hall tables in the coming months. I wouldn't be surprised if we only get one Galactic Legend this year. Because what's going to be the yang to Jabba the Hutt? Usually they come in pairs. Maybe this is just going to be one of those Galactic Legends that's just completely, you know, a one-off. And that's that there is no pair to go along with it. Jabba the Hutt is an incredibly imposing character. I'm happy to be happy about the game. I'm really excited about this. Why wasn't this in the road ahead? This is more of a road ahead than what we saw in the road ahead. Jabba the Hutt is an incredibly imposing character to bring to the Hall tables. He will not have a Galactic Legend counterpart. Well, there you go. I kind of jumped the gun there. Like Race from Dakaran, Master Lux Eternal, he will interact heavily with the new Hutt Cartel deck. I'm excited to see that, and have synergy with bounty hunters and smugglers. This includes having a special contract for bounty hunters while he's in the leader slot. So maybe it's the only GL that we're going to be getting this year. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, the game needs to slow down at times with the amount of Galactic Legends they add to the game. I think this is going to be a slam dunk for a lot of people out there. It's a character that a lot of people like. It's a cool character, not a very controversial character. And there, as I said, I don't think there really needs to be a counterpart to this. Jabba's on par with other Galactic Legends. Well, we'll be the judge of that, CG. Yes, Galactic Legends are Galactic Legends, but not all Galactic Legends are created equal. And is primarily designed to work in concert with other Hutt Cartel units. His first set of requirements are shared below, and start with the new Wookiee Bounty Hunter tag. A very specific Wookiee Bounty Hunter, the Krrsantan. The Black Krrsantan will be one of several upcoming marquees that directly support this new faction tag, and these marquee units will be requirements for Jabba the Hutt while working exceptionally well with Jabba as leader. If you want to go after Jabba, you'll want these new marquee characters powered up to relic levels, not just for requirements, but also for a powerful squad that Jabba leads. You guys know how these work. Usually the marquee characters that are released are needed for the actual Galactic Legend. My question is there going to be a Conquest counterpart to this character? Because Kenobi Cat is kind of a different breed of a Galactic Legend. That will have to wait. Malgus is going to be unlocked next week. I suspect we might find something out soon, and it might be Hutt Cartel related. With that in mind, the requisites are going to be Krrsantan Relic 5, which we will get into the kit reveal in a moment here. Han Solo Relic 8. It's high up there, but Relic 8's kind of common for Han Solo for the ship primarily. I already got that knocked out. Gamorrean Guard. Relic 3. We did it for the memes, and look at that. He's going to be useful. Who knows? Gamorrean Guard might get some sort of rework and be useful. Jabba the Hutt. Greedo Relic 6, very specific one. This is a character I do not have geared up. Wasn't really an important character to gear up. Well, now it's going to be. And then Outrider, very left field. This might actually be harder than the Gamorrean Guard Han Solo Relic. Outrider needed at 7 stars. And as I said, there's always some disconnect with the requirements sometimes. I don't think the Outrider, you know, was we would predict that, but here it is, 7 stars, and ship farming is a pain. As a crime lord, Jabba will always like to have a place in the action, and you will find him useful in territory battles. Don't really care about that, such as Hoth and Geonosis territories will both be receiving extra battles that require Jabba the Hutt. So he'll have utility right out of the gate. That's a little odd. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe here's a thing I'm thinking they're trying to shoot at. Right now in Genos and territory battles, well, that's the thing. Is it gonna be dark side? Because we need more stars than light side. Dark side people can max out already. I'm not too sure how I feel about this part. I'm not a fan of it. I gotta wait and see to see what it looks like. If it's gonna prevent people from at least maintaining the same rewards that before, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I have a feeling they're not that crazy. I think it's only gonna help people get more stars if you have it. Again, kind of weird. It'd be nice if you could use it in light side GOTB, but I have a feeling that's not gonna be the case. Jabba the Hutt will have more direct use in the near future, so you won't want to miss this character. We'll have more to share about Jabba the Hutt's other utility locations in the next road ahead. So this is a very curious one. Normally when they create Galactic Legend, they're just supposed to be good everywhere. It seems like they're trying to narrow the uses more, or maybe this is them saying they want it to be more important than other Galactic Legends. It's kind of hard to say right now, but nonetheless, really excited to see Jabba the Hutt. Wow. It's gonna be interesting. Just from a kit perspective, requirement perspective, and this specificity in certain game modes of being needed. I'm curious to see where they're going to lead off there. I'll wait. I'm going to keep my mind open for this here, but we'll find out in the next road ahead, which will probably be, I'm guessing, sometime early fall, if I had to guess. Now, Profundity, this we did see coming a long way ahead, and we kind of expected it. This is going to be the next big GL counterpart to the Executor here. We were thinking maybe it might take a year. It took a year for the Executor to come in once Piet was released. Radis was just released last month, and boom, it's coming already. When we introduced the Executor to the ship meta, we ushered in a new era of fleet arenas and Grand Arena champions. Yeah, you could say that again. After nearly 1 year of Executor's existence, we are releasing a brand new capital ship designed to challenge these fleets. Some players have seen all the clues we laid over the past month. Yeah, the tinfoil hat saw your A-Wing from a mile away. The Profundity. This ship, captained by Admiral Radis himself, brings parity to the ship meta's top tier. Are you excited to see Executor and Radis on defense now? Profundity is a Rebel capital ship working well with ships like the U-Wing Ghost and Rebel Y-Wing. This is interesting. It's pulling away the Rebel Y-Wing from Akbar. Oof. This new capital ship will bring added utility to the Outriders download mechanic that we did call. We had a feeling Outrider was going to be a part of this, and which will also be receiving the enemy's top secret battle plans throughout the engagement as a core mechanic for the fleet. Interesting. Profundity, like the Executor, will require both ships and relic characters in the journey guide. And of note, the ships listed are only required at 4 stars to begin the event, but in order to unlock them, you need a 7-star ship. And here's what you got. Oh man, Admiral Radis, our first Relic 9 requirement in Galaxy of Heroes at large. Relic 9 has not been needed for Galactic Legends. It's needed here. And to be somewhat pragmatic, likely this is the character you're going to end up taking the Relic 9 because, well, to get the most out of a capital ship, you want Relic 9, very much like Piet, as well as the Negotiator. You want Relic 9s in it, but that's going to be, yes, it's nice to have it, but just to get the ship, that's going to be rough. I'm not a fan of shipper cards. They've been rough. Oh, man, casting at Relic 8. The only thing I can tell you guys is these characters will be used for the ships, used for the fleet, and the more relics put in, the more bang for buck you're going to get. But, man, talk about steep requirements. Mon Mothma, Relic 5, that's reasonable. No ship. Attached to Biston. A lot of people have Relic 7 Bistons. I think they'll have that knocked out. Jiren Erso, Relic 5. Harrison Dula, Relic 5. I don't have a Harrison Dula Relic. Outrider, you're going to need it for Jabba the Hutt, and you're going to need it for the Profundity. Cassian's U-Wing, Biston's U-Wing, Wedge, Biggs Dark Glider, Rebel Y-Wing Ghost. So having the ship at 7 stars, for the most part, you'll have them at 7 stars, except for Outrider. Ooh, Relic 8 Cassian. I mean, I guess at least Radis has a Rogue One team. Oof. That's a tough pill to swallow. These relics right here. Relic 9 requirement. First time we're seeing it in Galaxy of Heroes. We're going to take a look at this relic update and mod quality of life at the very end of the video. What I want to do now is quickly hop on over to the Black Krrsantan kit reveal where we're seeing the brand new Hutt Cartel tag. And this is one of the characters from the Book of Boba Fett. I'm surprised they didn't release this during the Book of Boba Fett. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a hardy bounty hunter tank with Hutt Cartel synergy, devastating foes with the new disarm debuff. Do they literally mean disarm like what happened to that poor Trandoshan in the Book of Boba Fett? And look at this Omicron in Grand Arena. You're speaking my verbiage, my language over here. Nothing of too importance here. Nothing that's kind of like teasing for anything else, but we do see, for example, there will be more characters getting the Hutt Cartel tag, such as Boba Fett, cool, Embo, Cad Bane, Greedo, Gamorrean Guard, Mob Enforcer. We'll have to wait and see. I have a feeling the Jabba the Hutt team is going to surround this Hutt cartel tag, as they kind of alluded to in the road. It's not a road ahead. The state of the galaxy. I don't know why they didn't put this in the road ahead. This is definitely a bit more exciting here. So here we go. Tank, Bounty Hunter, Hutt cartel, Scoundrel tag. I'm curious to see how, if this is going to be like a Juhani territory war Omicron that was helped for Starkiller and territories. Boba Fett's Sign of Jango just hasn't been, yeah, they can beat Lord Vader, but a lot of things beat Lord Vader. You know, he hasn't been really an impactful character, not like Maul, Commander Tano, Razor Crest, yada, yada, yada. Definitely on the lower, I think probably the worst Conquest character that came out. The ship was better for the Interceptor, Razor Crest was good, Cat, Maul. Not so much Boba Fett's Sign of Jango. We'll have to wait and see. Let's check out the basic Knuckle Duster. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict potency down for 2 turns with a 10% chance to inflict shock for 2 turns. Ooh, shock on a basic is gnarly. If all allies were Hutt cartel at the start of the battle and Krrsantan is taunting, inflict evasion down and shock on target enemy for 2 turns. Man, shock on bounty hunters, kind of a first. Not a lot of shocks unless you're a Sith Lord in Galaxy of Heroes. So kind of cool to see that. Oof. That's really good. That's really good. And especially when you can call people to assist, like with Grief Karga, Mando, Bosk. Could be a bit interesting, but I like that. I do like that a lot. Ferocious, full slide. Oh, Gary, hold on. Can we like here? Let's go ahead and search. Is it Fusilade? That's what I said, right? I obviously said that. Cooldown of 3. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Gain defense up and taunt for 2 turns and recover 10% health and protection. If the ally in the leader slot is Hutt cartel, you gain protection up 50% for 2 turns and recover 5% health and protection for each other Hutt cartel ally. Love it. Really cool stuff. You know, at least it's only the leadership. You don't need a full team of Hutt cartels to gain this bonus, which is nice. And here we go. Big cooldown of 8 for Dismember. I wish they did more of an animation where it looked like they were ripping off the Stormtrooper's arm, but you know, now I'm nitpicky, but that would have been a lot funnier, I think. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict disarm for 2 turns until Krrsantan is defeated and remove it from all other enemies. This debuff can't be copied, dispelled, resisted, yada, 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 and it starts on a cooldown. If all allies were Hutt cartel to start the battle, so important, not all bounty hunters are Hutt cartels. Increase target enemies cooldown by 1. Oof. Which can't be resisted. So tenacity up, nah, doesn't matter. If Krrsantan is taunting, you inflict ability block and he gains 50% max health. Oof. Disarm instead lasts until the end of the encounter or until Krrsantan is defeated. And what Disarm does, minus 50% critical damage and offense. Kind of like Demoralize, but better because it's got critical damage reduction in there as well. But to be fair, Gideon just applies it via unique. You got to actually use this ability to apply it. So they both have their pros and cons. This does more, but it's not going to be as easily applied like Gideon. They gain damage over time for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. Nice. We have a leader ability. I don't know if we're going to use the leader ability a lot. I'm glad the Omicron's not this. It's in the unique ability. Scoundrel allies have 30% max health steal, max health, and max protection. So very durable. It sounds a little bit like Bosk to some degree. Whenever a Hutt cartel ally is critically, if they gain 5% offense, curious, for 2 turns. When Krrsantan is in the leader slot and not the ally slot, the following contract is active. Defeat the enemy leader. Only Scoundrel allies can contribute towards the contract, which is cool because it's not just bounty hunters. So it's kind of like Boba Fett's Sign of Jango. He has a lead for Scoundrels and bounty hunters. All bounty hunter allies have their payouts activated, and all bounty hunter allies gain 25% health steal and max health. The contract is pretty cool. It's pretty darn cool. I kind of like this. Let me just double check here. Whenever Hutt, they gain 2% offense. Okay. Defeat the enemy leader. Okay. Oh, I misread that. I got excited. I was like, oh man, the payout is defeating an enemy leader. No. All right, never mind. Not as interesting. You have to actually defeat the enemy leader. That's a lot of work right there. Here's the thing. Not all bounty hunter leads are great, but it stays to the theme that every bounty hunter has a lead of some sort out there. So, yeah, I got excited and the tactical scanners corrected me. That's a lot of work right there. Unique ability, Champion of the Fighting Pits, Zeta Omicron. Final text says, at the start of the battle, Krrsantan gains 30% defense and max health. Man, this could be one thick son of a gun. Imagine if GL Jabba the Hutt. Man, I still can't believe we're saying that. Whenever Krrsantan loses taunt, he recovers 10% health protection. Cool. If all allies were Hutt curtailed at the start of battle, at the start of each encounter, Krrsantan taunts and gains speed up, which is nice. Pre-taunt with speed, trying to get some plays out there. Whenever he loses taunt, he gains it for 1 turn. If the ally in the leader slot has more than 50% protection, so kind of a small window. I wonder if Jabba the Hutt's going to have some way of keeping a lot of protection. I'm already calling it. As they said, this is probably going to be used for Jabba the Hutt. GLs have a lot of protection on him, so this is going to be really good. The first time he's defeated, he revives with 60% of health, and then he recovers 6% protection at the start. At the end of the ally and the leader slot's turn. Whew, all right. This could be great with Jabba the Hutt. I'm calling it. This member no longer starts in a cooldown, as cooldown is reset at the start of each encounter. And then while in the grand arenas, he's getting an extra 40% max protection, as if it wasn't enough already. While he is active, all enemies have minus 30% potency. Yeah, it might be harder to get stuns and stuff on them. It has its benefits. It's not as like visually appealing or obvious what it does. If all allies were Hutt curtailed at the start of battle, Krrsantan is immune to ability block and cooldown increase. And the first time the ally in the leader slot falls with 50% health, he gets a taunt for 2 turns, and the ally in the leader slot recovers 50% protection. Wow. So this is going to help. So again, when you're at that 50% protection mark, he's going to keep getting that taunt, right? When he loses taunt, it's going to reappear. So in some way, this is going to be like the royal guard of Jabba the Hutt. Lots of ways to get taunts. It's got this activated taunt, protection, regeneration. And here's the thing, you know, if you kill him off, he's just going to come back again. You got this catch-22 problem. You want to go for Jabba. You want to kill off whoever the lead is, but they're just going to get 50% protection back. So there's going to be some holes or loopholes you got to jump through in order to work around this character. And then you can really, what a robust kit here. We haven't had a lot of robust kits this year. This is definitely a big one. Whenever Krrsantan receives, this looks more fun than freaking Grand Inquisitor, gotta say. When Krrsantan receives rewards from a contract, he also gains the following payout. Krrsantan gains 50% critical voids until the end. He taunts for 2 turns and recovers 40% health protection. And if the ally in the leader slot is the Galactic Legend and Hutt Cartel, wow. I wonder what that is. Krrsantan also gains damage immunity for 2 turns and 30% tenacity at the start of the battle. So lots of health increases, max health increases, defense increases, health to protection regeneration, more health protection regeneration, critical avoidance, damage immunity, extra tenacity, potency reduction. Holy cow, this is a banger of a scoundrel. CG, I'll say this, you know, they haven't really missed the mark on a lot of new marquee scoundrels. Oracing was questionable at the time. She became much more approved when Mandalorian came around. Embo is, you know, it's Embo, you know. This has me very hopeful based off Fennec's high damage she had, based off Mandalorian, Grief Karga. Those are knockout characters. I am thoroughly looking forward to this character here. I'm assuming Thursday we're going to have the event, and keep in mind there's going to be a couple more marquees. I'm guessing 1 more at least. Usually there's 2 marquees per Galactic Legend, 2 for SLKR, 2 for Rey. You kind of get the pattern at that point. Bouncing back over here, wow, a lot of stuff to talk about. This is, I mean, the most important thing I want to talk about is there's mod quality of life. Holy cow, heavily overdue. I'm not going to read it all word by word, but moral of the story is they're going to make it a lot easier. They basically, I don't want to say stole, but they probably learned from Hot Utils, one of the best third-party tools for mod management. Basically learning from them, doing it here. I think Hot Utils is still going to be better, but for people that don't want to use a third-party tool, this could be incredibly helpful. Being able to filter mods that you want based off certain stats and speed. Like, how many times did you just want to mass delete mods that had like no speed? You couldn't do that before unless you went to a third-party resource. Well, now you can. You have mod sorting and filtering here. We also have, they show you, for example, you can look by slice count, average slice quality, saved presets, sort by level. Like, what if you just want to find level 6 mods? You couldn't do that before. Now you can. They updated the enhanced screen, so it looks like, for example, if you just want to go all the way to level 12, boom, you tap on level 12, you got it, instead of having to drag the slider. Again, this, I don't want to over pat them on the back because they should have done, it's like this, you told your kid to make their bed and they did it 5 years later. You're not going to pat them on the back. You're going to say it's about damn time that you did it. So again, very improved. Look at this, updated mod slicing screen. I kind of like this. It kind of shows you the quality of slices. That's actually, that's a nice addition, a nice visual addition here. What else do we have here? We also have batch managed mods. As I said, you can just select a ton of mods, upgrade them all at once. Again, I want to compliment them. It's cool you did it. It's heavily overdue. This is probably one of the biggest quality of life things I've seen because people don't want to engage with mods nearly as much because of this. And lastly, Relics are getting an update. It's good. I wish they did more. Let's read it. With the continued growth of the Relic system over the last few years, some lower tier Relic materials have been scarcer than intended. Yeah. For example, this carbonite circuit boards, bronze wiring will be removed from Relic 8 and 9 recipes. This frees up those materials to be used on newer and or in development squads. I wish they also took it out for 5, 6, and 7. I think they could have went a little bit farther. The way I read this is we're going to start requiring more Relic 9s and 8 in the future. That's why we're doing it. That's what I'm reading here. I'm reading in between the lines. But wow, talk about a lot to break down. Jabba the Hutt, Black Krrsantan, Profundity, Relic changes, quality of life on mods. Best update we've had this year. Extremely excited to see it. Let me know what your favorite part is. Let's get some speculation going on the Jabba the Hutt requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, going to droids, good stuff in here. Much needed after datacons. You know, for a moment, I forgot datacrons existed. Then I remembered it. Like, oh, dang. Nonetheless, it's cool to see this stuff. It's good seeing some positive stuff for the game. Let me know what your thoughts are on Jabba the Hutt, all this fine stuff, man. And please let me know how it's great to be in the Empire today.
Pretend that I can't hear. I wish this was